So this week I'm pulling cards from the Tarot of Transformation by Willow Arlena and Jasmine Corey. Really beautiful deck. So Taurus, kind of a fun week for you. Really settling. You've already settled in, but I think we'll see a little more of that this week. So of course we'll be addressing wisdom and warnings. So we'll hit the wisdom first. The wisdom was the Seven of Discs card, and the message behind it is incubation. So how does that apply to you? Well, I feel like this week, probably more than even before, and you've actually done quite well with staying home and just getting cozy, but this will be a week that you really want to stay home. It feels good to stay home, to incubate yourself from the world, to give yourself a real opportunity. I feel like there have been some creative projects growing in you, maybe some things you've been learning for, easily the last year, probably, but even for some of you, just the last couple of months. And right now, you're really ready to play with them and practice with them. And you really have no need to want to go out into the world right now. In fact, when you have to is seen a bit as a burden this week. What you really want to do is just stay home. I could see you reading, crafting, making, learning. It's very artistic this week for you, Taurus. I love it. And I feel like while there will be some tendencies for you to also want to get organized, for example, I could see you clean out your dresser or dump the junk drawer and go through it. Maybe clean out your purse or organize your car. There's some tendencies like that in you this week as well, just to kind of get your world organized. More than anything, it's working on things that you're feeling a passion for, and it's fun. It really feels to me like this is a week where if you have to leave the house, you'll be drug out kicking and screaming because you really found your niche, right? You have found your role here where you can just stay home and roll with what you're doing. So it's a good thing. Be careful with that you don't completely neglect the people you live with. Recognize that they might not be doing as well as you are with this little stay-at-home stint. So make sure you're checking in and that you are paying attention to those around you as well so that they're not getting too bored, too lonely. Make them a part of what you are doing if you can. All right, the warning for this week. The card is Temperance, and the message is integrating polarities. Integrating polarities. So, what does that mean for you? Well, for you this week, it's about making sure that you get some balance. For example, for however amount of screen time you get, maybe you'll choose to balance that with some time outside or some time reading or something else. Perhaps you need to seek some balance in the amount of sleep you're getting versus the amount of waking time. Perhaps you need to balance the amount of time alone with the amount of time you're spending with other people in your home. Just look at all ways of balance. One of the challenges that you face, Taurus, is that when you get passionate about something, you can really fall down a rabbit hole and kind of forget everything else around you. You know, there's a real warning there this week that would be a mistake. So be sure that you are seeking that balance and that you're dragging yourself away from your passions every once in a while in order to look around you and check out what else needs some attention. That also may have to do with just basic self-care. Make sure that you are eating decent meals, that you're getting enough water, that you're not so busy focusing on other things that you're forgetting to take care of yourself. So it all, I think, rolls up together and just, a good warning about balance and making sure that you are seeing both sides of every coin that you're working on right now. The last piece of that is polarities in people, particularly online. You are going to see some very wide differences of public opinion this week, and you'll have to decide where you fall in that, if you fall anywhere, and how you want to address that. But that is something that you're going to see a lot this week, with a lot of tempers flaring when everybody seems to think that perhaps they are right and everyone else is wrong. So be aware of that. You don't necessarily have to pick a side, Taurus, but if you do, be prepared, because somebody is definitely going to want to throw some backlash your way. All righty, you guys, that is Taurus for the week. I'll be back next week with another read. Take care.